Hello everyone, welcome to the Intramural Sports Captain's information video. My name is John Luke, I'm the coordinator of Intramural Sports and Youth Programs.
Hi, everyone. This is Sarah Heemstra. I'm the intern of Intramural Sports and Facility Operations. By going through this PowerPoint, you will learn all of the important information for intramural sports.
First and foremost, you can find all the information on our campus recreation website under Intramural Sports. You can also find the complete schedule for the fall and spring semester, including the tournaments on IM Leads and on the IM Leads app.
After you've created a team on IM Leagues, you will then have to click on the link under description that says payment. It is $10 per team. You may pay with cash or credit. If you choose to pay with cash, you may come to the Campus Rec Center and pay at the Aiken Street desk.
When you're creating your team, make sure you put in your team's time preferences. It will allow the system to schedule your games based on what you put in. Since there are so many teams, we will try our best to make sure the games are scheduled at your times that you prefer, but no guarantee. Once the schedule is made, you will receive an email from us and you can check the schedule on both IMLeads and the IMLeads mobile app. We love seeing you come out more often and participate in so many sports. Teams can compete for the Intramural Cup by accumulating points for each tournament and league they participate in. They must use the same team name in all tournaments and leagues. Team will receive points for participating in different divisions, 15 points for each tournament and 10 points for individual tournament. You will receive additional points for placing in first, second, and third place. At the end of the academic year, the team with the most points will receive custom intramural champion jackets, a picture in the campus recreation calendar for the following year, and team name engraved on the Intramural Cup trophy.
The time posted on IM Leagues is the scheduled time. Make sure your team shows up at least 15 minutes prior to the scheduled time to check in and warm up. There will be a 10-minute grace period. If the team does not meet the minimum number requirement, the game will be ruled a forfeit and the opponent will receive an automatic win. If both teams do not meet the minimum number requirement, the game will be ruled as a double forfeit. Forfeit means no call and no show to a scheduled game. If you want to avoid a forfeit, call or email us at least 24 hours in advance or by 5 p.m. on Friday for your Sunday games. Teams will be ineligible for playoffs if they have a forfeit, and teams with 2 forfeits will be dropped out of the league.
Make sure you select the right division for your team. We have A, B, and C division. The A division is the highest level of competition. Typically, players that have played in high school or have a high level of skill. The B division is the intermediate level. Typically, players that have some experience in the sport. The C division is a lower level. In this division, players still want to compete and enjoy competition. All divisions will compete for the champions t-shirts. In some leagues, there will also be a unified division. UMass Lowell students will partner up with Special Olympics athletes and compete. If you do not have a team, you can sign up as a free agent and we will place you on a team. Captains can also contact free agents if you need extra players. You might be able to pick up someone who will make a difference for your team.
Here are just a few administrative reminders. Players who are eligible to compete are full-time undergraduate and graduate students, full-time faculty and staff members, and graduate or part-time students who are paying a full-time student fee. MCC students must only participate on the MCC team. UMass Lowell students may only participate on one team within the sport. Players must be on the IM League's roster before participating. All rosters will be locked after the regular season, so all players must be added to a roster before playoffs. Once playoffs begin, teams will no longer be allowed to add any players.
Club members are allowed to participate in intramural sports. However, only 2 club members can be on a team for their corresponding sport, and they can only participate in a division. For example, 2 club soccer players may only play on the same intramural soccer team in the A division, disregarding the gender of both players. Current intercollegiate and professional athletes are ineligible to participate in the corresponding sports. Any person who has participated, competed, or is otherwise recognized as being a member of an intercollegiate team is prohibited from participating in the corresponding sports for 1 academic year.
Participants must remove all jewelry prior to competing in all sports, including but not limited to watches, bracelets, rings, earrings, and necklaces. The only exception is medical alert and religious bracelets and necklaces. They must meet with the coordinator of intramural sports prior to participating and must be taped down during the contest. The next session is no ID, no play. Every player must bring their U-card, no exception. No driver's license, no birth certificate, no class schedule. If you don't have your U-card, you will have to sit out for that game. Just a reminder, all players must be on the IM League's roster to play the game.
Players must also wear athletic attire. No jeans or cargo pants are allowed. Pants or shorts that have belt loops will also not be allowed. For all the indoor games, players must wear closed-toed athletic shoes. For all of the outdoor games, players may wear shoes or non-metal cleats. These cleats must either be rubber or plastic. For indoor soccer at Mahoney, no cleats will be allowed. Players can only wear turf shoes or running shoes. Baseball hats can only be worn during softball. Winter hats can only be worn outside. No other headwear that has a hard bill or a knot in the back will be allowed in any competition.
We advocate good sportsmanship at all times. All participants of intramural sports are obligated to conduct themselves in a manner that fosters a safe, friendly, and enjoyable atmosphere for all players and spectators. After each game, the referees will give a sportsmanship rating to each team based on a 0 to 5 scale. 0 being the worst sportsmanship and the game was not able to finish. 5 being the best sportsmanship and fair play. Team captain and team members are responsible for their conduct of their team players, fans, and bench personnel. Any players, fans, or bench personnel ejected from the game must leave the playing area immediately. He or she will automatically be suspended from all intramural sports activities until after a meeting and a formal reinstatement by the coordinator of intramural sports and youth programs. All teams must average a 3.5 or higher sportsmanship to qualify for the playoffs and must maintain at least a 3.0 average to advance in the playoffs. We hope that you will maintain the values of good sportsmanship and fair play in all intramural sports competition.
Teams may protest illegal or ineligible players or a misinterpretation of the rules, but not a judgment call. All protests must be made by the team captain. For a player eligibility, the protest must be made before the start of the competition. The game will still be continued, but played under protest. If that player is found ineligible late on, the team will forfeit the contest and the player will be suspended from all intramural activities. For a misinterpretation of rules, the protest can be made immediately with an official of the contest at the time the dispute occurs. The protest will be handled by the IM staff on site. If the team is not satisfied with the ruling of the IM staff, a formal complaint can be made to the coordinator of intramural sports within 24 hours after the game.
All the rules can be found on IM League's Campus Recreation website under Intramural Sports and at the game with a hard copy. Individuals who participate in intramural sports do so at their own risk. Participation is voluntary. UMass Lowell Campus Recreation is not responsible for any injury. However, we do provide athletic trainer service. It is a walk-in athletic training clinic for participants currently dealing with injuries that occurs during intramural activities. These clinics are utilized for prevention of further injury, checkups on concussions, and light rehabilitation work. The athletic trainer's office is located in the CRC. Here is a recap of everything you just learned. Know the rules and policies. Submit the $10 payment. Let your team know the schedule and if any changes occur. Remind teammates to bring their U-card to each game. Keep your teammates, fans, bench personnel with a good sportsmanship. Keep a 3.5 sportsmanship rating. Verify the score with the officials and supervisors after each game. And make sure the entire team is registered on IM Leagues.
We thank you for watching this PowerPoint. We hope you will have a great, fun, and stress-free year. Good luck with your season.